Reminder: if you think you have these signs and symptoms, do not diagnose yourself. Only medical professionals can do it. A lot of people struggling with minor depression, but you can't notice it because some people deny, hide it, or they may not be aware of it. This is called high-functioning depression or dysthymia. Dysthymia may be harder to detect than major depressive disorder or MDD because the people living with it are often high achievers, have supportive and loving friends, family, meaningful work, and engaging hobbies who make you think everything is alright all the time. Signs and symptoms of high-functioning disorder. Number 1. You feel sad or empty most of the time. Persistent sadness, emptiness, or feeling down as a significant symptom of persistent depressive disorder. Although nobody is happy all the time, it's just your sadness won't go away. Number 2. Changes in social activities. People with high-functioning depression still go to school, work, and interact with people, but outside of school or work, they may stop hanging out with friends and make excuses like school or work has been really stressful. They will be somewhat isolative, and this often translates into distance in relationships. Number 3. You're a successful or achiever. Educated people are surprisingly more likely to have high-functioning depression. The paradox of high-functioning depression is that these are very often people who are educated and have important roles. They have the benefit of education and status, yet often their careers can be huge stressors. Number 4. You're pretty grouchy. Irritability is another common symptom of high-functioning depression, and it's especially problematic for women. People are more likely to see an irritable woman as a bitch rather than showing concern like, "Hey, you don't seem the same lately, are you okay?" Because women are conditioned at an early age to be less assertive and to suppress troublesome emotions like anger. Number 5. You're sleeping too much or too little. Insomnia or excessive sleep almost every day is another sign of high-functioning depression. If you know before hitting the light switch that you'll struggle to get to sleep, or you get 10 hours every night and still can't stay awake at work or school, then something more serious could be going on. Number 6. You've got physical pain and you don't know why. Do you have constant mysterious headache or backache no doctor can find the root of? Talkspace, an initiative designed to make therapy affordable for all, suggested experiencing aches or pains, headaches, cramps, or digestive problems without a clear physical cause could indicate that you're actually dealing with high-functioning depression. Number 7. You don't enjoy the things you used to do. You are experiencing less pleasure in usual activities. Too often, people with depression are told to simply cheer themselves up with a favorite TV show or hobby, ignorant to the reality that one's favorite activities have lost all their appeal. Number 8. You always feel worried or guilty. If you feel an inordinate sense of responsibility towards everything, can shake persistent worries and frequently find yourself ruminating over past actions, you might be experiencing high-functioning depression. Number 9. You're constantly exhausted. Another potential sign of high-functioning depression is decreased energy or fatigue. Don't minimize your exhaustion because you still make it to work on time. If the fatigue is persistent, schedule an appointment with a doctor. Number 10. Your friends and family think everything is fine, but you know you are not. People experience many of the same symptoms but to a lesser degree, which enables them to still get out of bed in the morning and do much of what they need to do. This means that the depression may not be evident to others and can come as a surprise to a family and colleagues. Don't depend on the perception of others to determine whether you might have a problem. Just because your depression isn't immediately apparent doesn't mean it isn't real. High-functioning depression is more difficult to detect than major depressive disorder. It's often swept under the rug despite the distress it can cause. Worse, because high-functioning depression or PDD typically persists over several years. It is possible to simply adjust your baseline and believe that a state of constant unhappiness is just how it's always been. Reminder, do not diagnose yourself. Before we end this video, I would like to request to you to hit the subscribe button as well as the like button. If you have a request for advices or anything related to this video, you may comment down below and I will do my best to make a video of it.